Good evening. Okay, good evening, everybody. We are now going to be doing the 30-day video reseller challenge. And in this session, what we're going to be doing is setting up your talk channel, right, with text. Now, we talk specifically about your talk channel with audio and video. I want to talk a little bit about text because it's going to be working a little differently. And we want to talk about text on your branded property. Right? We've talked about building out that branded website, that branded property. And so you may or may not want to develop a blog just for your niche, right, or your sub-niche, right? And that's typically because writing is not what people like to do, and you may not like to do it. I mean, you may love to write, but most people probably find writing a little challenging. So even if you have somebody on your team or your staff do it, this could take away from your other marketing or your other sales efforts. But if you choose to do blogging and if you do it right, blogging for your business can be helpful, if you're going to be consistent, right? And consistency is the key. That means that your content is going to have to be produced on a regular basis. It's going to have to be almost the same as if you're going to do, your podcast. If your podcast is going to be weekly, you need to have content produced on a regular basis. It also means that it shouldn't be used solely as a sales pitch, right? So, content's always going to be able to be found, in search, right? When you're consistent. Now, again, I'm not saying going deep into SEO, but I am saying this: when you're consistent about your content and you're deep into your sub niche, it's going to be found. You don't want to always have your content to be a sales pitch. Again, we've got transitioning channels or a transitioning channel that we talked about, and we want to move people to our transitioning articles, but we do want to have some text content that's going to be information. It really should just keep people informed. Now, in addition to being keyword optimized, and yes, your post should be keyword optimized. So, that might require you to learn a little bit about SEO. You don't want to just kind of, create your title. You don't want to just kind of create it anyway or have tags doing, just being random. Please make sure that you do understand a little bit about keyword research and that you're really writing on the topics, first of all, that people are searching for. Second of all, that you are doing it in a way that it can be found in search. That means then that you're going to have one definitive call to action, right? That call to action could be that people should subscribe to your list, right? That call to action should be that you can ask somebody to look at a specific product or service. Now, again, remember now, I'm saying now that you're not writing the article in order to sell, but you still should have a call to action at the end of the article. You can call somebody to look at an event. You can ask people for some specific feedback. Now, again, this is not an exhaustive list. But anytime you put together text content, you have the opportunity, once you have proved your expertise, you have given people information, you can ask them to take an action that's going to benefit you, right? If you get them all the way to the end of your article, ask them to take an action that benefits you. Now, every post is got to have a specific call to action. And you've got to assume that somebody looking for related information doesn't know your brand, and that's going to be the person that reads your post, right? Not everything is going to be written for the people who are going to be on your list. You're going to be writing for that person that's going to be, that probably doesn't know anything about you. And so you're really going to be helping them when you give them this kind of information. And so you've got to be thinking, right? You got to be thinking ahead. What do you want them to be directed toward, right? Where do you want them to be shown? Where do you want them to be escorted to? And that's going to give you the insight of what your blog or your text content should be. Okay, if this has been helpful to you in some way, please give us a shout out at theplrshow.com/shout. Make sure that you are subscribed at our page at theplrshow.com. We talk about PLR every single day. And if you still need hosting for your video learning center, you can pick that up at theplrshow.com/LCHSTNG. And you can also pick up your funnel building software at theplrshow.com/FSCRTCH. This is software that's white label. So it's software that you can add together with a video course that you already have and put together a product that's going to be more comprehensive than just an information product.